This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news. With Judy Sue, Jose Sanders, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Varen's traffic. This is ABC 7 News this morning.
And now, beginning next year, first-time drunk driving offenders in Illinois will have to use a breathalyzer to start their cars. It is the same device a Texas judge just ordered former Chicago Bear Cedric Benson to have installed after his alleged DUI arrest. There were more than 50,000 DUI arrests in Illinois in 2006. It is a very serious offense. 594 people were killed in alcohol-related crashes. Thomas Glasgow is a former Cook County State's attorney, now in private practice, and he joins us this morning to talk a little bit more about this new law and this device. It is something completely new. It will go into effect starting, what, the 1st of January?
The 1st of January.
Okay, so this is something that Cedric Benson was ordered to install, and this is just after an arrest, not necessarily a conviction.
That's correct. What part of the conditions of bond, which the judge can order any conditions of bond, and in Texas, part of the statute, the judge can order this breathalyzer to be put onto the car. It is a condition for him to drive. It's called a breath alcohol ignition interlock device. And essentially what it does is it monitors the occupant or the driver's breath and breath alcohol at any given time.
So now, starting next year here in Illinois, it is after the first arrest for DUI?
After the first arrest for DUI. You don't have to have any prior convictions. Part of the conditions that the Illinois legislature has imposed is that you will have to, at your own expense, install a breath interlock or alcohol interlock device on your car in order to drive wherever you want during the period of your statutory summary suspension. And a DUI, as we've talked about before, comes in two different parts, a criminal and a civil. The criminal is where you can go to jail. The civil part is what we're dealing with here, the suspension of your driver's privileges. So it's either a 6-month or 1-year suspension as of January 1st, and in order to drive during that period, you must have this interlock device on your car.
And how much is it?
It's roughly about $400, and the way it works, $450 for every 6 months. And what it does is, it's like kind of like a cell phone, like the old car cell phones that you have. It goes off when you start the car. In order to start the car, you have to blow into it. Then it goes off at random times during the drive, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, in order for you to keep the car going.
Wow, and this starts January 1st.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and I'm sure, I mean, there's a little bit of controversy about it because there are ways to get around it, so we'll have to see if it works or not, right?
Well, they're all yeast sensitive, so you could be eating a Big Mac and it may set off the machine because of the fermentation in your mouth. Obviously, toothpaste, mouthwash, etc. Those are things that can set it off, but there's a record in the database that is kept that either stops the car and locks you out of the car when you blow into it, and then when you blow back into it, if you're blowing a .00 again, then it records that as well. And that's how they keep track of whether or not you were actually drinking or whether or not you were under the influence of alcohol or if it was just some foreign substance.
I'm sure we'll have to continue to follow this to see exactly how it works once this goes into effect. Thomas Glasgow, thank you so much for stopping by for the information. We'll be right back after this.